Hey, okay, I'm going to just going to discuss what happens if you get this. I have an error in this feed right here, and it'll say the queue name is G colon. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the feed. I'm going to right click kind of in the middle of this white space here, and I'm going to click on the view page source. And then I'm going to go down to line 1056, and I'm going to show you something here, and the reason why this error happens 90% of the time. Just wait for this to load. It is a pretty large feed, so just give it 1 minute. Let this feed load. Large feed. Okay. So the line was 1056. I'm just going to scroll down 1056. Okay, 1056 is right here. So I can see that there's an empty G colon. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this and I'm going to select the title. See, it's a pink crystal ball color. I'm going to go over to products and I'm going to select on the main products area. And I'm going to plug in the name of that product. I'm going to select it. And now I'm going to head down to the attributes area of my WooCommerce. So I'm going to click on this, and I can see that there is an attribute here called size. And if I was to, I'm actually just going to leave that for a moment. I'm going to click on the product attributes, and you can see it says enter some text or some attributes by pipe, separating values. Now I got a problem with that. So does Google. The reason being is because there's too many variables that can be entered into custom fields. So what I've done is, right at the bottom of this list, I've gone to the attributes, and I've created a size. And how I did that is I just went into the new attribute, and I typed in this, size diameter. Something like that. I can even just name this one. And then I hit add attribute. Now after I've added that, brings me to a page that looks something like this. And I can add all the individual sizes inside that I want that will propagate through the system. Now I understand that sometimes when you're dealing with pant sizes, they're different from a sweater size. A waist size is going to be different from cuff size or inseam length or something like that. So what I need to do is, and the only way that this is going to work properly, is if I go into that product that I've gone to, select the product, and after I've created an attribute, it will show up in this list. So I'm going to refresh this page right now. You can see I have two sizes here. One is the diameter, the one that I set up, and this is the one that was pre-existing. So in order to fix that problem, what I got to do is I got to go into my attributes, and I'm going to add. So I've added that attribute into this area right here, so it will be in this dropdown. And here it is, right here. So I'm going to click that, and then click Add, and I'm going to open that one up so I can see what it is. Now I already know this already says name diameter. I do need to use this for variable products. And what I'm going to do is, you see how I get this dropdown? These are the dropdowns of the attributes that I've added here in this section right here. So here's my attribute sizes, and here's my attributes in a dropdown. And I'm just going to pick one. I'm going to click again, I'm going to pick another one, click again, pick another one, pick again, pick another one. Okay, now I'm going to remove this one because it doesn't accept variable in the sense that it's piped like this. It has to be added through the WooCommerce system in order to be parsed in the feed. I'm going to remove that, go back up here and update this. Wait for that to load. Now I'm going to head over to the feed where I have my pink crystal collar, and I'm going to see, you can see 1056 is right here. I'm going to highlight that, and then I'm going to refresh this page. And you can see, just wait one moment, it is a very large feed. It's 1,000 products, I'm sure, a few hundred anyway. and there's my size. Okay? So if you have any problems with this, now I'm going to refresh this page, and I'm sure there's more than one. I've actually done a few of them already, and I figured I'd just do a quick video. Now I can see the next one is at line 1120. So I just scroll down to 1120. Here's my empty feed. Here it is right here. Go up and grab crystal color, copy that, head over to the products area, click on the products. Once you have the attributes in here, it's easy to switch over. So you don't have to get discouraged that maybe you have 100 or 200 products in there. Chances are, in the long run, this is the best way to set it up, because no matter what changes inside of the system, these will always stay. My attributes, I can see my size, correct size attribute. I'm going to come down here and select this, and click add, and I'm just going to go through there and click that, and click that, and click that, and click that. And I'm going to remove this. I remember, don't forget that this is now I have to check this button, because now these sections are going to be used for different variations of the product. So I have to make sure that I remember to check this. Go up here and hit update. Wait for that to load. Or save. And I'm going to find the next one. The next one's at 1184, and so on and so on. So I'm going to go down here to 1184. Here's my empty one again. Copy this. Back over to the product. I'll just actually click back twice, because if I go to the product and then to save version, I'm just going to place this with what I got. Hit search. Wait for it to load. That. Go down to the bottom and replace all of the attributes. So it is a bit of a tedious task, and we do offer the service that I can go in there and I will do this for you. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. You can actually do it yourself. It's actually pretty easy. Once you start doing it, just don't forget. It doesn't need to be in order. I'm just aiming like that. Just gonna do this. Don't forget. I gotta check that box and then remove this one. Okay. Update. And so on and so on. So if you have an error, that's probably what it is. If it says anything about being incorrect HTML, basically what that is inside of the feed. The titles, if you have, and here you see this here? See how this says end amp? It's actually going to say apparel and accessories. But this needs to be proper HTML. So it is kind of a pain in the butt when you have some titles that you got to go back and add this to, but it is required. So anyway, hopefully I'm going to refresh this. Hopefully that'll take care of all of our problems. Hope you have a wonderful day.